What is up, everybody? It is me, DevilNeverCry, and we are back with another brief video, this time going over some recent Capcom news that I kind of wanted to discuss, and then at the end of the video I'll briefly be teasing, I guess, something which I'm excited to share about when I'm able to, but that'll be at the end of the video. As always, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with anything and everything Devil May Cry, but DMC is not necessarily the topic of today's video. I want to talk about TGS first, or Tokyo Game Show as it's known. As the name implies, it is a games industry event somewhat similar to E3, where a lot of Japanese studios and publishers show off new titles, show off footage or new gameplay for previously unveiled titles. They do interviews, you get all sorts of details on some cool shit, basically. It's not always exclusively Japanese studios and publishers. I'm pretty sure Microsoft is attending this TGS. But that's besides the point. A lot of people were expecting Resident Evil 8 news in August, which makes sense considering Capcom themselves said, hey, we're going to have more information to share on Resident Evil 8, and why exactly Chris Redfield puts a bullet in Mia. But that has slipped over to September, and as you guessed it, it slipped over to TGS. Now, of course, Capcom's one of the bigger brands that attends TGS, and for those of you who are well versed with the DMC series, you'll know that Capcom have actually unveiled a couple of titles at TGS, and they've shown off new details for the DMC series a lot of times at TGS. I'm not saying it's going to happen this year. Nobody take me out of context here. That's not what I'm implying. I'm just saying that they're going to be showing some Resident Evil 8. I'm looking forward to it. I'm intrigued. I was one of the people that kind of sat on the fence about Resident Evil 7, considering it was first person, but I recently got my hands on it. I did a full playthrough over on Twitch, which people seem to really like. I enjoyed my time with it, so I'm definitely interested in Resident Evil 8 and where it will go. Along with that, something else I want to briefly discuss is Dragon's Dogma and the anime that's actually coming, I think, in less than 2 weeks' time at this point. I think September 17th it drops on Netflix. There, of course, is a Dragon's Dogma anime on the way if nobody knew. I know a lot of people were very surprised when the information dropped only a couple months back, I think, but in fact it was actually announced, I think back in 2019 even, or it might have been 2018, but it was announced before. I guess there was radio silence, so everybody forgot about it, and then boom, all of a sudden, Dragon's Dogma anime. Now, that leads into question, is a Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out? Is that being unveiled? Those of you who know about Dragon's Dogma, it was created, of course, by Hideaki Itsuno, the genius behind the recent DMC titles, and in fact, DMC 5 was one of the 2 titles he really wanted to make, with the other being Dragon's Dogma 2. So with this anime on the horizon, perhaps we're going to have a Dragon's Dogma 2 on the way. Who knows? Just some food for thought. One final thing to mention, keeping it DMC related, you'll be seeing me announce something DMC related soon-ish, something pretty cool. Keeping it confidential for reasons, but when I'm allowed to talk about that, you'll see it on the channel. It's not DMC 5 Special Edition to my knowledge, so don't hop in chat and start mashing things out like, oh my god, no way, you know. So yeah, when that happens, that happens. Apologies on the lack of content. I've been super busy, but if you do want to get at me for the daily shitpost or just to see what I'm up to, I post a lot of updates on Twitter at xDevilNeverCry, so follow me on there. There'll be a link in the description. With all that said and done, it has been me, DevilNeverCry. I'd like to thank all of you for watching, and as always, I'll see you all next time.